What are you doing today? Is it something that you'll remember in a year, in 5 years, in 50 years? 50 years ago, I went on Valentine's Day, 1970. I went on my first car date. My dad let us use the 1968 Volkswagen Bug that he had. I drove. My girlfriend at the time, Jamie Galloway, rode along beside me. We went to the Long Beach Auditorium and we saw Judy Collins. My dad rode in the back seat because I just had my learner's permit. We got to the concert, jumped out. Dad said, "I'll be back at the end of the concert. Just meet me out front here in front of the auditorium." We went in and had a lovely evening with Judy Collins at the auditorium. Came out, jumped in the car. Dad jumped in the back seat and we drove Jamie home. 50 years later, I still remember it. What are you doing today? Are you doing something that you're going to remember? The reason I remember that night was because we did something fun. We went to a concert. The reason I remember that night is because my dad was gracious to me and he allowed me to use the car. The reason I remember that night was because it was my first car date. It was a big deal. And even though it was corny that my dad was in the back seat, looking back on it, I think what a nice dad. What a good guy to do that. And how fun that Jamie didn't seem to mind. It was a good time. Pick something fun to do today. Pick something to do today that you're going to do with someone else. Pick something to do today that you're going to bring along a friend, and then go and just do it, doggone it. Go and have a good time together. I'm going to church. I've already been here this morning. Our month of prayer, we have 6 days left in our month of prayer, and I'm praying that these next 6 days can be memorable in every single way. One of the ways they'd be memorable if you were to walk in at 5:30 and share one of these mornings, whether it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 29th. We don't get too many 29ths in a February month of prayer to be together. You can be in one of these days, and maybe in 50 years, well, let's see, that'd make me 115. At the time, we can share the story about that time that you decided to come out and be a part of the month of prayer. Maybe you can come to the streets with us tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Come on down and meet with us at Central Community and Drive, or meet with us in the corner of 3rd and Main. It would be fun to see you. Or coming out to church this morning at 8:45 and 10:30. I knocked on a car where some people are living in a car, knocked on their door and invited them. I said, "Hey, you're so close to the church. Why not just come tomorrow? There's free donuts and coffee." This was yesterday evening. You're invited. What are you doing today? Is it something that you're going to remember, or is it just going to be another mediocre day? You know, if you add up the mediocre days, what happens is you have a mediocre life. If you go out and you do something just a little bit miraculous, maybe tomorrow you do something a little bit more miraculous and a little bit more, and pretty soon you wrap up a life that's just filled and built on miracles. What are you doing today? Do something fantastic. Go out and do something miraculous. Go out and be the miracle. Have an absolutely fantastic day.